The chapter where doctors drill holes in skulls and dead people get electrocuted. Also known as the brain. Your brain is, to put it mildly, really, 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 really important. It's the super smart, high-tech control centre in charge of literally everything you do. When you eat, for example, that's your brain telling your teeth to chomp, and your tongue to swish, and your esophagus to... esophagize? Oh, esophagus means your food pipe, by the way. Need to run away from a tiger? Well, your brain will order your legs to move, and your arms to flail around, and your mouth to scream, and your bum to fart. Oh, is it just me who farts when I'm scared? But the brain hasn't always got the respect it deserves. Years and years ago, humans were a bit slow to work it all out. Can you blame them? They didn't have the internet for a start. Also, I hadn't written this book yet. But if you didn't have the first clue about how the body works, would you really look at that big, ugly pile of slimy sausages inside your head and think, well, that must be the most important part of the body? Probably not. And that's if you'd even managed to find the brain in the first place. It's securely hidden away in its secret lair, inside a big, thick lump of skull. I mean, the skull is a big, thick piece of bone, not that you're thick. Please don't send any emails complaining about that. You could say that this chapter's only half written because there's loads of things we still don't know about the brain, even some quite major stuff like what bits of it make us clever.
Your poor listeners. They really should get a refund for this audiobook if you don't even know how the body works.
Mm-hmm. In 100 years' time, they'll probably find a copy of this and make fun of us and how little we knew about the body. Ancient Egypt. Who's the oldest person that you know? The oldest person I know is my great-aunt Prunella. She's 92, and even she wasn't around in the time of the ancient Egyptians.
How dare you tell people my age, you disgusting little wretch!
Sorry. The ancient Egyptians lived about 5,000 years ago, which is nearly 2 million days ago, which is about 3 billion minutes ago, which is about 150 billion seconds ago. Which is quite a weird way to measure it, actually. Let's start by talking about mummies. And I don't mean the people who tell you off for not eating your mushrooms or when you wipe your nose on your sleeve. I mean the kind of mummy you dress up as when you need a last-minute Halloween costume and all you can find are 10 rolls of toilet paper. The ancient Egyptians believed that when you died, there was something called an afterlife that was apparently much nicer than ordinary life. Less homework and more chocolate. To prepare important people like kings and queens for the afterlife, they mummified their bodies. I'm glad they waited until people were dead because mummification is not a very fun process. Priests would hopefully put some gloves on first, then remove all the person's organs, then embalm the rest of the body, which means using substances like salt to stop it going all mouldy. Just before they wrapped the body in those spooky-looking bandages, they would pop the heart back inside because they realised it was very important. Some other organs, like the lungs and the stomach, would be put in special jars to sit alongside the body for its journey to the afterlife. A bit like hand luggage when you go on holiday. And how about the brain? They just chucked it in the bin, mate. I'm not even joking. The ancient Egyptians thought that cleverness came from your heart, and the brain was just a load of padding like you'd find inside a cushion, and it was only up there to stop your head going all flat. So they'd yank out the brain, please stop listening immediately if you're eating, by sticking a massive sharp hook up the nose. I mean it, put those cornflakes down. And then they'd scoop it out like the world's biggest bogey before splatting it straight in the rubbish. And then they'd shove a load of old cloth into the empty skull. How rude. Let's hope their afterlife didn't involve lots of spelling tests, because those old royals wouldn't have done very well at all with a load of tea towels where their brains should be.